We have the Thunder as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.? Thank you, D.A. And Millsap is as crafty as it gets on defense. One of the most underrated players in the game. Some good bigs, some good forwards going head-to-head tonight. Brent, in your opinion, which teams have the best front court units right now in the NBA?
Kevin, the only one that really comes to mind right now as an established front court to me that starts and plays the bulk of the minutes is DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin in Los Angeles. Those two guys continuing to grow, learning through some losses, but more winning in recent years. That's a pretty dynamic. We could also throw in possibly Gorgie Jang and Karl Anthony Towns. Might as well include those young guys as well.
Well, anything with Towns in it, I think, has got to be part of the conversation. We've got a chance here.
But Meg, there was a stretch where every game he just looked more and more incredible. Truly gave this team, I think, a franchise player in the blink of an eye.
Well, Westbrook just overwhelming the defense right there. Like
with it. Let's a floater go. It's hauled in by Adams. Outside, George. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Offense.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. 6 to shoot. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. A 3 ball. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from George.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
Here's Anthony. Drains it from 17 feet out.
Carmelo Anthony operating in the mid-range is just...
Chandler kicks to Jokic. And again, Denver no good. The Thunder leading by 3. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
A lot of people look at Russell and think you roll the ball out, and with his athleticism and tenaciousness, he just takes it over. But the guy
he's doing on the floor, Randy says he's gaining an understanding for everyone else.
I think that kind of approach is pretty heady, don't you, Kevin? The fact that Russell not only wants to improve himself, he wants to have a better understanding of every aspect of the game. That's his decision making. That's where his teammates are finding success on the floor. Defensively, how teams are matching up with him. That's a lot to take in on top of the responsibility, the offensive glass, and then getting the easy putback.
Adams with the screen on Chandler. Here's George. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
6 straight misses to start this one.
Outside, George. Over Chandler. All George again. George has got 6 points. Many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Now here's Adams. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Mason Plumlee.
You don't want to give Adams the N1 opportunity. Better to wrap him up and force him to try to earn all the points from the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Plumlee with a screen on Adams. Here's Barton. That one no good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. Grant, that's good. Grant's got his first pass for Jeremy Grant. Oberson comes in for Alex Abrinas. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kristoff. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Well, that's when his speed comes out.
In that first quarter, converting less than 30% of their field goal opportunities. Bouncing back nicely here in the second.
George with no one around. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
It's going to happen, Kevin. If it does, I'd love to be a part of what the organization does up there. I do miss the PNW. That's the Pacific Northwest.
Here's George.
Whoa! Wow.
Good.
Look out. Melo good at scanning the entire floor, and that's why that time he's wide open shot.
Right side Westbrook. Westbrook double team. The 19-foot shot. Again, the Thunder score.
Quick fire on that.
There's the pick. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And George just has that extra gear. Well, once he kicks into it, he is nearly impossible to stop. And Paul George kind of made it known of his desire to leave for LA after this season. Get the job done there.
Now, here is George. 14 points for him. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and into the paint.
The Nuggets have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Here's Roberson. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down to just 3 kicks to Westbrook. A beautiful reverse layup. Westbrook's got 6 points in the quarter.
For them in the second.
Here's Westbrook, and he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play.
I know it's just 2, but man.
Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Roberson gets the bucket.
Well, no hesitation from Robertson.
We'll be back in just
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's an interesting battle going on tonight. Ernie Johnson here with you folks alongside Kenny the Jet. Some struggles for Denver in the first quarter. They wasted no time putting themselves in a difficult situation, having some issues at both ends of the floor and falling behind by 8 points by the time the period came to a close. In the second quarter, however, they were not the same team, turning the game upside down. They played smart, energetic basketball and were able to blaze out to a 5-point lead. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Oklahoma City.
Well, they had no consistency on the defensive end. Looked like
Anthony, and it's Adams in at the center position. Millsap, and the rebound goes to the Thunder.
And somehow, some way, he couldn't get that one to fall from in between. Got to take advantage of the weak defense when you can. I like that recognition. Effortlessly.
They swipe it, and the Thunder pushing it up now. And finished off by Westbrook.
Well, he's edge of your seat material out in transition. Westbrook is equally adept at pulling up for the shot.
Outside Westbrook. Back to Anthony. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists tonight. Out of a timeout. Who are some of the names you turn to?
I think I'm going to turn to Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, possibly James Harden, because 2 points can happen after a free throw, right, Kev? So
yes.
I could get James Harden to the guy that he wants potentially to get the game winner, but to have options and to make sure that that player sees those options in case something breaks down.
The game now all time. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
And the feed from
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
And Westbrook, here we go, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Well, the chase for the triple-double last year with Russell Westbrook was one of the most incredible seasons the NBA has ever seen.
Stolen by George. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Westbrook has always been a great rebound. At 4. A 3-ball. The rebound by Grant.
and extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass and the contest.
And George kicks to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
outside Westbrook. Over Nelson. And that one's good. Westbrook. Westbrook's got 9 points here in the second half. For Chandler, his absence was felt when he sat out all of 2016. Brent, he's a player who can, as you've said, give a team so much versatility with his skill set and ability to fill positions.
Well, he acts as a jack of all trades for any ball club that he's playing.
Paul George with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Basket good. George has got 22 points.
And hustle
over George. Chandler, no good.
Well, I like the shot selection. I don't like the shot result. Won't happen much.
And it's Patterson finishing it off.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Picked away. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Westbrook's got the ball.
Well, not only the power there, Kevin, did he chip a twos on the rim? One of the best.
And it's Abrinas in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. George has got 5 assists in the game.
Oklahoma City Thunder, and I remember it well, Kevin. I went to the UCLA campus where Billy Donovan had invited most of the roster for the Oklahoma City team, and he started to establish that trust in the off-season, being there for workouts.
And so here is Oklahoma City. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Westbrook passes to Anthony. The shot's good. Anthony's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Good.
Here's Westbrook. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Westbrook has been leading the charge for Oklahoma City. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's Millsap in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Adams sends it back. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Adams. There's the steal. Outside Westbrook. The wide open look here for Anthony. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook.
Melo not afraid to pull the trigger from deep, that time from 3.
And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
And a good decision on the move. Too often we see teams have this kind of opportunity and fail to convert.
This is right there. And Adams kicks to Anthony. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And with Adams being so likable and quotable, a lot of it has to do.
Likes to nail the deep 3, and he does there.
Anthony dishes to Westbrook. Brent, you were known for your leaping ability. You won a dunk contest. We all remember it very vividly during the pre-draft process. Thank you.
But they did measure the max vertical during that Chicago pre-draft, and it was about 39-inch vertical leap, so not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
Yeah, easy call.
Barton. The Nuggets keeping it alive. A new 24. Outside Westbrook. Here's Anthony. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And trying to be the first one to get his hand.
Westbrook kicks to Anthony. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Will Barton.
How many?
With it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Chandler. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And you'll take that shot every time down. Beautiful work all the way around.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And when you talk about just a natural basketball player, I think you got.
And then George with the jam.
And I just love the aggressiveness from George, just slicing apart the deep.
The Nuggets trailed by 19. Snatched away. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Right now, Melo is just feeling it.
Outside Westbrook. The feed now to Anthony. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 10 assists. Ball.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Westbrook. Yep, that one goes in there. Westbrook's got 37.
Words for his team during the break. No surprise, he was not happy with the turnovers. He told them, we are giving this one away, guys. We've got to be more
Incredible season last year. I don't think people realize just how special the offensive season that Jokic had for Denver was last year. He's right up there in the top 5 in terms of his offensive production. They'll need to add some defenders around them, but they have certainly shifted.
Now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Russell, obviously you're doing a lot out there. Are there things that you even say, hey, I can do more?
I don't know, but I'm just blessed and happy on the floor with my teammates, having fun while doing it and try to rack up some wins. We got to lean on each other, man, and come out every night and play Thunder basketball. So that's what we got to do.
Well, it got done tonight, Russell. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you for Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.